Sailor Moon is an eternally popular anime and manga franchise that is well known and beloved even by people who don't know what the word anime means. I recently saw Sailor Moon shirts at Old Navy and Forever 21. Jimmy Choo did a Sailor Moon collab, and so did Chanel. ColourPop had a Sailor Moon collection. The first issue of the original Japanese Sailor Moon manga was published on December 28th, 1991, and the first episode of the anime would air on March 7th, 1992. A dubbed version of the anime would later come to the United States, where it found its way onto my television, weekdays at like 6 a.m. But almost as long as Sailor Moon has been in America, there has been talk of a live-action version of the character. Recently, a YouTuber named Raymona managed to uncover the lost pilot of a proposed Americanized Sailor Moon from the 90s. The show would have been half animation, half live action, and 100% chaos. The pilot would never get picked up for a series. However, in October 2003, Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon started airing in Japan. This was a live-action Sailor Moon TV show with full transformation sequences and attacks. But it also had components like Luna being a plush toy, Mercury turning evil, Tuxedo Mask having like a fiance, and Venus being an actual pop idol with a terminal illness. Suffice it to say, it was different from the original story. There have also been a number of Sailor Moon musicals in Japan performed by actors in costume, so that could also be considered a live-action adaptation of the series. But I'm not talking about any of those live-action iterations of Sailor Moon. No. I'm talking about this.
Don't change that channel or the Negaforce might zap your poodle into pudding. Just kidding.
This feels like a trap from the Negaverse trying to steal my energy. Look upon it and behold your nightmare. These segments from 1995 feature an actress named Tia Browsh dressed as like Party City Sailor Moon and aired as bumpers, which are basically little segments between commercial breaks or between episodes. Some forums say that these segments aired specifically during a Thanksgiving Sailor Moon marathon in 1995, but it is possible that they aired at other times. From the VHS rips uploaded to YouTube, it looks like these segments aired on both Fox and UPN affiliates. In these clips, Sailor Moon recaps the events of the episode you just watched.
In today's show, I met Ray and found out she was Sailor Mars, and together we saved a bunch of girls from a bus to the Negaverse. Oh, being a superheroine's major work.
She also provides some fun facts.
Did you know that Queen Beryl's henchmen are named after minerals? And Queen Beryl is too.
And tries to make jokes.
Guess that's because they've got rocks in their heads.
I cannot get over this costume. They took a beautiful girl, like literally a fashion model, and they put her in the worst outfit with a wig that looks like it's attached to a helmet. Each bun is unnecessarily large, like bigger than her entire fist. It's all an unflattering neon yellow. Despite having hair down to her knees, it somehow still has mullet vibes. She's trying to mimic the physicality and vocal intonation of an anime character, and in isolation, her voice isn't that bad.
Remember that cool party they were having on the moon? Well, guess what?
But when you see her, she just looks insane. She's doing crazy eyes, and she's speed running through facial expressions in a way that's fine in animation, but terrifying in real life. She reads fake fan mail, and when she holds it up, the letters are all glued together like a collage.
Here's one from Stephanie Guerreri in Wayside, New Jersey. She says, "Dear Sailor Moon, what are those goofy round things on your head?"
Nobody mailed a letter. Nobody wasted an entire stamp just to be like, What are those things on your head?
Goofy? Like even? You just wish you had something as unique and beautiful. If only Darian would stop calling them meatballs.
Their mom would just take one look at that and be like, it's hair, give me my 32 cents back. I looked up the cost of a stamp in 1995 for accuracy.
It's mail time!
Plus, if these were from real kids, some of her responses are somewhat uncalled for.
Can boys be Sailor Scouts? As if. The answer is not on your life, Bean Brain.
Her least favorite subject is dieting.
What are your favorite and least favorite subjects? Well, that's easy. My least favorite is dieting.
But you know how 14-year-old girls love elevator music.
Well, since there aren't any classes in shopping, I'd have to say music. I love all kinds of music, from elevator to country and everything in between.
This feels like it was written by an alien who's just started integrating into Earth society and hasn't figured out what a teenage girl is yet, but somehow got a writing job.
I'll be right back, so don't go away, or I might start crying.
Sometimes the camera lingers for just a second too long before cutting, just long enough to see the desperation in her eyes. Have you ever seen Crazy Ex-Girlfriend? Because she's kind of reminding me of Rebecca Bunch. Just relentless perkiness with a roiling chasm of anxiety underneath the surface. It's kind of stressful. At one point, I'm pretty sure Sailor Moon calls me a hoe.
Hi-ho, I'm Sailor Moon.
Hey, bitch. But Tia does get to show some of her acting range.
So now you know what happened to Queen Serenity, my lunar mother. I never liked Beryl before, but now that ugly, spore-faced spawn of a snake is gonna pay big time.
Her lunar mother. She says it twice.
Queen Serenity, my lunar mother, saved me and the other princesses so we could fight again.
The alien that wrote this is doing a terrible job at blending in. This probably was a flimsy Negaverse scheme. She's got the crescent moon wand. I have it too, but I lost the silver crystal that was actually pink and could also be worn as a ring. These segments are so cringy that my secondhand embarrassment just loops back around to sympathy. The script is terrible. They didn't give her anything to work with.
They said Lita was a real thrash and trash karate expert who got kicked out of her old school. You'd think I'd be scared, but nope, not me. I was cool as ice. In a microwave. Then, just when I'm finally getting through to him, Queen Beryl blasts us with all she's got.
And she's just by herself in front of a camera with a smoke machine, and she didn't pick that outfit. I hope Tia Browsh was paid really well for this, but I doubt it. I've seen rumors that Tia was signed to play Sailor Moon in a potential live-action movie that just never got made. However, I don't think this is true. I think they just hired a young actress for pennies to portray Sailor Moon in these segments as a one-off gig. However, there's not really any evidence to support either theory. Source: my hunch. Tia Browsh went on to become a model with a few minor acting credits, and according to Instagram, she's currently living a very normal life with her lovely family, and is mildly amused when these clips resurface from time to time. Because nothing surprises me anymore, there is actually fan art of specifically Tia's Sailor Moon. She mostly just looks like regular Sailor Moon, but if you have a keen and discerning eye, you can tell that her hair buns look like two grapefruits weighing down her skull. Sailor Moon says, please like this video. I don't normally ask for you to like my videos. I figure if you like it, then you will hit the like button. I don't need to tell you. You can figure that out. But I'm just really hoping that this video performs well enough to justify me having brought this wig into my home.